Up, bitches? What's up? Wake up. It's the morning time.
What's up? What's up? Good morning, everybody. How are we doing today? Happy Monday. Monday, June 1st. Let me just try to see if I can put a background on. Why are you not? You guys see a background? How come I don't see a background? What's going on? It never ends. It never ends with this shit. I'll never learn. I'll never learn. Why is there no background on Twitch? Why am I vertical? What is happening? Can we do this background? No, you guys don't see any background, right? I'm switching through 3 different backgrounds. Ugh, StreamYard is so frustrating, y'all. It really is. Good morning, MP. How you doing? Good morning, Dr. Feelgood. What's up, buddy? We haven't seen you in a long time. How are you doing? He's awake. He's awake. Yeah, I don't know what it is. The newest update with StreamYard is that if I dare flip my phone to landscape mode, it just glitches, right? So it's been that way for a while. So basically, if you've gone in and out, work sucks, sorry, bud. If you've gone in and out of one of these things, there's like a pre-test part, and so you can see yourself. And then once you go into the show, I don't know, whatever. I can't flip from back camera to front camera. I just can't do anything. Like if I turn my camera right now to try to go landscape mode, which I prefer because it looks better. This looks really weird to me. Um, it'll just freeze up, and I'll have to reload and re-sign in, and then it starts from square one. So this was this morning's in a never-ending uh, shit show that is StreamYard ever since they got bought out and taken over. I don't know what to do. I don't. The show might go on a hiatus while I figure out this shit because this is not. I'm not liking this at all. It's very frustrating to me. It doesn't make any sense. I don't like all this negative space next to me, and I can't even put a background on. What's funny is here in the background of StreamYard, I have a what it looks like landscape mode, and then I have to the side a preview of what it looks like for vertical apps, and in the vertical app I wish I could show you guys this, but it doesn't make any sense. I guess I could turn this around. But in the vertical app, you see the background. So the background is here, but the background's not here. Like, what? How does that make any sense? How is one whatever, dude? Anyways, let's get back to this nonsense shenanigans that is my life and morning. Screw it. We're doing it live onward. Good morning, Caitlin. Caitlin. Good morning. What's up? Alex, what's going on, bud? I was just reading a post of yours. Shouldn't you be napping? Shouldn't you be sleeping, buddy? You should be going to sleep. What's up, buddy? MP, yeah, how's surgery? How are you doing? Are you sitting on an ice donut right now or a heat pack? What's going on with MP's jewels? That's what we all want to know. That's what we've all spent our weekend thinking about is how is MP doing? He had a hernia surgery on Friday. So a much different surgery or much different Friday than most of us had. Surgery went great. Pain is unreal currently. Okay. Yep. Not enough drugs in the world. And all the moms out there are going, oh, especially all the moms that have had kids. Oh, you little wuss. But it's perspective. That's the worst pain we know. We don't know any worse. We've never we don't have the ability to grow a human in our stomach and then push them out. Not even close to enough. He's like, believe me, I'm trying. I'm calling all my hookups, and it's just not enough. I'm sorry, dude. Well, it's almost over with, right? I had a cold once. Nice. Yep, he's comparing his pain. I'll be there once the South Korea resort ads are done. Nice. Okay. All right. David's looking into some travel plans, you guys. Those are the ads he got for the day. David, I'm sorry if vertical mode throws you off. It's throwing me off like no other. Anyways, guys, let's get into the show. I'm grateful you're here. Thank you for showing up. Thank you for hanging out. It's Monday, another week here. Life is good. You got the Amex commercial? Yeah, I don't remember what my commercial was. I wasn't paying attention. Um, Friday, guys, the biggest news that happened to me on Friday, like literally, let's say like an hour after I closed the show, I open up Facebook of all things, just because. Caitlin is in the room, and I got a notification that Rob Messer, Mr. Messer, we all know him, is now following My Daily Dads on Facebook. It only took him that long. We've been friends forever. He's known I was been on the show. His wife's been in here day in and day out, not lately. And yeah, he finally followed us. So that's what it takes to get a follow. Jesus Christ, no wonder we're only at like 50. But thank you all. Caitlin is here, getting ready for another blood test today. All right, all right. Why are you doing so many? Is this just because of your previous conditions? The last one came back abnormal. That's right. Okay, I remember that. Yeah, well, hopefully be back to normal or your form of normal. This is a medical talk morning show for sure. I'm a doctor. You know that. We all know that. God, this fucking camera is pissing me off. Um, Anyways, that was Friday. Other than that, it was a pretty calm and chill weekend. I mean, I did a lot of cooking. I'm really starting to enjoy cooking. I got this new air fryer that a client gave me. Came with a recipe book, so I was just kind of like went through there, tabbed up some ones, and then got some groceries, cooked some fried pickles for me and the girls this weekend. Those were bomb. Little Parmesan cheese on them, dip with ranch. It was good. Cooked some more chicken and veggies. The asparagus came out amazing. The broccoli was way too charred, and the Brussels sprouts were good too. So all good things. Just cooking all weekend, and then playing soccer, playing basketball with Bentley out in the front. So we did get a hoop. I bumped him up a level, so we have like the adjustable hoop or whatever. It goes from like 8 to 10 feet every 6 inches. So um, We started at 8'6", I think, and now we're up to 9 foot. So we're inching closer and closer to that 10 foot range, which is I think the normal height at parks and stuff like that. Yeah, I'd be in front. Dude, they were good. They were really good. Pickles are probably my least favorite thing right now. Yeah, sorry to hear that. They're amazing. My kids, like, we got these. I don't know where I found the recommendation. I think it was one of our friends, but um, it was Grillos, like this brand called Grillos, and they come in like a tub and they're in liquid like most pickles are, but it's floating around in that liquid is like dill and garlic and all this other stuff. And my kids just like smash them. Just we'll sit there and grab a tub and just eat it right outright on the island. Um, so I took those because they have a lot of flavor in them, and then I fried them, and they're bomb. Yep, that's it. We aren't friends anymore. Costco carries those too. Nice. That's awesome. Good friggin' stuff. We'll have to look at that and see if it's a better deal or a bigger thing. Yeah, look, that's what I was thinking, Caitlin, but I didn't want to like go there and assume you may just be a pickle hater. They're out there. They're not fun. Yes, I am unscripted. Uh-oh. Oh, don't do that. It's okay. It's okay. It happens. The hormones are blasting and raging through her, just like that block bass game where the ball kind of goes all over the place, and that little one is just messing with her system. She doesn't know up from down right now, but it's okay. All of her facilities are going towards creating that human. Seriously, already making my life rough. Yeah, yeah. This is the prepare stage because it never stops, right? You can't just get hernia surgery on a Friday and expect your kids to not jump on you all weekend. Pickles and ice cream cravings, whatever happened to that? I don't know, wasn't my thing. I never got cravings, obviously. Um, and then Saturday night, we embarked on a concert. The We had a parents' night out. Our kids watched themselves. So my three children, the two girls are old enough, and our son is old enough as well that we felt comfortable leaving them. When did we leave? We left at like 4 and got home at 12:30. So why am I not doing math right now? 8 hours? We left them for 8 hours at home by themselves, and they crushed it. And we went and saw Pitbull in concert at the Hollywood Bowl, which that was my first time at Hollywood Bowl. Super cool place. If you ever get a chance when you're visiting LA to see a show there, it's a really cool spot. What do we got here? Well, you can. Doesn't mean they will actually listen. Yeah, yeah, for sure. My cravings are all salty things. Yeah, mine too. All of my life. Children is proper English. Okay. But yeah, that was a fun, super fun concert. We all had a great time. I have an 8 a.m. class. I now teach on Mondays, so I got to bounce. See you, buddy. Come back anytime, man. No worries. Hit the replay button. Apparently, there's replays. You can like watch the show later and comment and tag and chat it up. But thanks for stopping by, buddy. Appreciate you. Thank you. Um, so Pitbull was good. We were out late. My wife convinced everybody to make me stop at Taco Bell. So we got some midnight Taco Bell. I did not partake, but they all had a blast. It was good times. Decent amount of sleep, and then right back to it on Sunday. Sunday was met with laundry, preparing for my work week, all that kind of stuff. And then I got my first workout in a really long time in my home gym, which was good. I'm really trying to get back to it, but I'm also really not trying. I don't know what's going on. I'm in a weird space right now with that. But this month is going to help. It really is. I don't know if any of you guys know, any of you guys actually did the reading. See, I say the
Don't do
phrase and I
the
can't cue it
reading!
up fast enough. I don't know if any of you guys did it, but this month is the month of self-care. Well, I love how it's right in the middle of the year. I had a pit bull 12-year-old in Brooklyn on the song Gasolina. She liked the Pit version, but did not like the 80s disco song by the same name. Oh, I didn't know that. Look at you, just teaching people stuff. This is the month of self-care in the Daily Dad book. So, like I said, I like that it's in the middle of the year. You know, we spend a couple months learning different things, and then it goes, wait, hold up. Just remember that, you know, you gotta replenish your own cup before you can fill everyone else's. Well, what's up, Mike? Good morning, sir. How are you doing? But we'll go over the other readings for the weekend. Saturdays was an interesting one. That we all know this, but sometimes we forget it. It's hard to really like. This is one of those ones where it's hard to like play it out in your mind. Similar to compound interest, the decisions we make now, our kids have to pay for them, or it affects them in some way, shape, or form. So, um, you know, what you're doing with your life, what you're doing financially, savings wise, how you're treating your health, all of the ways that we're raising them, the strengths, weaknesses, traumas, insecurities, all that stuff that we're giving them, they pay the piper for the rest of their life. That they are raised a certain way, they become a certain person until they realize the fun fact that you can change if you put in the work. All right, have a great day. Off to the doctor. Bye. Wishing you good tests and all that kind of stuff. And there's the Puerto Rican version if you want it. Why'd you write MX? Um, but yeah, so that was Saturday's uh, reading in the Daily Dad. My kind of thought on that for my own self is, definitely, like I said in that last part, trying to help them understand that you can rewrite it. You know, you got to get to a point where you know enough about yourself to know if you like or don't like, dislike, how you were raised or created, but you can change, you can put in the work and kind of redo everything. And then the big thing that I'm really kind of worried about with the way that I've kind of established our family is our financial habits. I'm getting more and more worried every year about how little we save and how much we spend. So that's always been a big thing, but always been a very difficult thing. When I was first in my adult phase, I was very much used to tell my wife all the time, like, I I don't want to die with a bunch of money. Like I want to enjoy what I have. I want to spend it. I want to enjoy my time. And I feel like I do that quite very much. Like money is just a construct. It's, you make it, you make more of it. It comes, it goes, da 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 da. But the fun, the good times, giving gifts, all that kind of stuff, vacations, travel, nice things. It's just it's just about the memories and the joy in that moment. So that was my take on Saturday's reading. And then Sunday's reading, it was character before grades and accomplishments. So another one we've talked about before is, not putting so much emphasis on the grades your kids accomplish in school or their accomplishments in school, but more on the character that they have. So obviously good to have both. If they have some good character and they bring home the good grades and the medals and all that stuff, great. But not putting full emphasis and all your focus on how good their grades are and how much they are accomplishing. My little take on that. is, this weekend, Bailey had her jacket fitting for her Letterman jacket that she's super excited about. So she, lettered in four different things, which I guess is quite an accomplishment. She said that when they were at the fitting, the lady who was there was like, "Oh, I've only other done like maybe one or two other people with four letters." So that's was quite an accomplishment. So she got, yeah, they still do that. Exactly. I don't know. I think it faded away for a little bit, like in my generation, and then I think it's back. But she was super stoked and super happy, and we are for her as well. But, obviously that's for me, it's like, okay, what are you gonna do with that jacket? It's gonna hang up. It's an accomplishment. You're wear it around school. She's wear it around school all next year. So I know that's really cool moment of pride for her and stuff like that. And if it wasn't for the fact that she's a really good kid, she takes care of her siblings so that we can go out, and other people's kids too, so that we can go out and have these parents' night outs. And she's got a good group of friends. I see her interact with people. Um, so she's got good character. So I'm okay with all of her accomplishments, but I really appreciate her as a human. And then we get into this month of June. So that was the end of the month, Saturday and Sunday. The month ended. Today is June 1st. We know that. It's the month of self care. What was it? What did it say for the title? Don't neglect yourself. And then underneath that was lessons in self care. So we're off to it. That mean I can pull mine out of the back of the closet? Yeah, yeah, dude, you should. I don't have one. My wife doesn't have one. I don't know anyone else. You're the first person I know that has one. Ha, that's an ironic title. Yeah, right. Don't neglect yourself. Lessons in self care. Yeah, that's what you're doing. That's what you just did on Friday. Doing a little self care, getting that hernia out of there. You're gonna be in pain for a little bit of time. You won't have to deal with it. Um, and then the first reading in the this June month of self care was, it is okay to ask for help, right? So title of the show today, I went with asking for help is a strength. Is a strength. Okay. Reading, kind of goes into it. I think a lot of us maybe feel this a little bit. Maybe this is like a subconscious thought that we have, but that asking for help is a weakness. We tend to not do it. We tend to just muscle through things. I think, dude, real talk, I never knew how much you use your core groin area for everything in life. Holy balls. It feels like I feel like I look like a 90-year-old man with a cane. Standing straight is the hardest. Oh, you poor bastard. You poor bastard. I was actually just gonna poke you, but now I don't feel like I should in this month of asking for help. Because I think you had said last week that like this was something you'd been putting off and that you've been needing to do. It's a prime example of not asking for help, not prioritizing your self-care, not neglecting yourself, and doing this thing that you've known that you should have gotten fixed for a while now. And maybe you waited until it was like, okay, if I don't do it, like there's a, I'm running the risk every day that I don't do it, that it gets way worse. Every day is so long and amazing. I agree. Oh yeah, yep. We got some long days ahead of us, folks. Yeah, been putting it off since January. So don't don't do that anymore. Everyone needs help. Like the reading, it kind of goes into, you would want your kids to ask you for help. You'd want your wife to ask you for help. You'd want your friends and family and neighbors, everybody to ask you for help. Like the other day, or a week or two ago, our neighbors had that. like their son fell down and went into a seizure, and like we immediately went over there and took their kids, their younger kids, and we're like, we got them, take them to the hospital. And then they came back and they thanked us, and we're like, seriously, you don't ever need to ask us for help. Like, we're here for you guys whenever you need it. In fact, ask us more. I guess I said that first sentence wrong. But so the reading tells us you as a person would always want someone to ask you for help. But how much do you ask for help yourself? Everybody needs help. You can't do it all together. That's you can't do it all alone. Life is not meant to be done alone, or at least not done easily. So ask. Just ask for help, right? I bet MP's asking for help this weekend. You're pushing me to get my core back in shape. I have a slight separation. Definitely don't want to let it get to a hernia. Okay, there you go. MP, send Greek Mike some videos of you attempting to stand up or lift a gallon of milk or pick up your child. I love it when kids ask for help. It means they were listening to this old man's chatter. Yep, yep, exactly. I always tell them I have answers, but you might not like the answers. Nice, but it all works out. Yep. Do you ask for help, David? How often do you ask for help? That's really what the reading's about. Uh, so model it by asking them, right? I've asked my kids and my wife for help a little bit more and more lately. This month I'm going to do a little more, but yeah, that's and then I have some questions for you guys. Oh, David says he asks for help all day long. Yes. See, awesome. That's what literally what I was gonna ask you. What do you all need help with? It's how I learn. How can I help you guys? Um, I hope us having this little chat helps you out. You didn't ask for it. Mm, sometimes you do, but it's definitely helping me out. Taking a boys trip with my two best friends this weekend. Finally doing yes. That's awesome. That's awesome. I know you've been going through a busy season in the earlier months of the year, so that's good. That's always great to hear. Some boys trips, girls trip, parents night out, date night, double date night, vacations with others. It's you got to do it. You gotta enjoy it while you have it. Um, don't let it go. Don't let it go too long. Those kind of things. I wish there was a way to like make an obvious schedule. Like that's the way my brain works. Is like like once a month, a parents' night out, and every 2 weeks a date night. Like I wish it was like that easy. Like, oh, every June we just do a boys' night. Like, but it never makes sense like that. Schedules are all over the place. You don't get the school schedule until the last minute, and the cheerleading schedule until like, the day of. It's just you can't do it. I used to be the hard-headed, I can do it all and I can figure it out. Boy, did I learn quick that asking for guidance or help can be huge. Yeah, when did you learn that? My assumption would be maybe a little bit when you got married, but more so every kid that came is when it hits harder and harder and harder. Dom, this chatter makes a big difference in thinking and learning. Yay. Yep. I feel it too. It really gets my juices going for the day. It really helps put the reading into deeper thought for sure. So, yep. Thank you guys. Wait, double date night. Does that mean you date one until maybe that's how it goes for you, the single guy. But for us married people, the double date would be like me, my wife, and another couple. Like, like a friend thing. Silly man. You silly, silly man, David. And then let's do a little stoicism on here. Uh the month of June in the stoicism book is not self-care. So they don't connect that way. It is problem solving. We're going to learn about problem solving in the month of June in this Stoic book. And today's was the power of the reverse clause, is what they call it in Stoicism. And it's just basically um, when you hit an obstacle, when you hit a speed bump, when you hit a wall in something, to find the power in in the reverse. Like find the power in an obstacle, find the lesson in a roadblock. And one of the ways to do that is to reverse engineer, like how you got there, what steps you took to fail, or what's the reason that you got blocked, and reverse it, find a way around it, or just find a way to learn from it. And then that way, next time, it doesn't hit you quite hard as that quite doesn't hit you that hard for fun. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying. We're here. We're here, ladies and gentlemen. We are at the 30-minute mark, well past it. Thank you all. I hope everybody had a good weekend. I hope everybody had a better weekend than NP. I mean, he did get to sit on the couch all weekend and just kind of chill, and was hopefully catered to a little bit. Um, but I know that's not what he wanted to do. I know he wanted to go on a run. So hopefully everybody had a better weekend than MP. Hopefully we all have a better week than MP, because before we know it, MP is going to be right back at it, having much better weeks than all of us. So that's it. Thank you again. I like that. What did you learn from a roadblock? Yeah, it's a good little switch. It's a good little reframe. We know that. You learn from every failure. Every failure is a lesson. Everything you do is a lesson, and it all adds up. So, once again, for the 1 millionth time, I will say goodbye to you all. I hope I'm not vertical tomorrow, but given what's been going on, I'm pretty sure I will be. It's bothering me less and less, but I'm very frustrated. So, thank you all for suffering through this day of vertical Dom with no background, with no co host, all that kind of stuff. I love you all. I'll see you back here tomorrow. Bye, everybody. Later.
What's up, bitches? What's up? Wake up. It's the morning time.